So next up is my least favorite part of JavaScript, the var keyword. So as it says here, there are a lot of changes introduced in the ES6 version of JavaScript, but obviously couldn't get rid of var because of what I explained in the very first video. But it introduced let and const to create or declare variables. So var is confusing and annoying, but we are just going to be using var in Code Academy, which makes me very happy. All right, so var is short for variable, which is a keyword. Basically, a keyword is something that is reserved in JavaScript. So you can't like use return as a variable name or something like that. You can't use var as a variable name. Okay, you have to use otherwise it would like confuse the program. So it has reserved certain keywords from JavaScript or for JavaScript's runtime interpreter, whatever. Okay. So now we're gonna make a variable, declare a variable name. I hate the var keyword. I never use it. The worst. I'm gonna throw up when writing this. Oh my god, I hate this so much. Var favor. I hate this so much. Pizza. This makes me so uncomfortable. All right, this sucks. I hate this. Okay. Declare a variable name var num of slices equals 8. Great. Under the num of slices, use console.log to print the value saved in favorite food. Console.log. It wants me to do under the num of slices variable, print the value saved of favorite food. And then console.log num of slices. Okay. So this now will log both of those. You have pizza and 8. Okay. Reason why I hate this is var is a weirdly scoped variable, and it also assigns properties to this keyword in the global namespace. So it gets a little bit more complicated, but those of you who don't understand variables yet, ignore this. Skip after this. But those of you who do understand variables and have worked with other programming languages, this is why JavaScript sucks. So if you say var x equals 3, okay, and then you enter into a scope, say I make a function, okay, and you say var x equals 5, and I say, and then I run function, and I console.log x, okay? Console.log x. So this will then be 3. I'm going to console.log x in here, x. What you would expect, or what you would hope, is that this would be 3. So you console.log, it'll say 3, 5, 3. But with the var keyword, it'll actually reassign x to be 3 in the global namespace. So it'll go, or sorry, reassign it to 5. So it'll say 3, 5, 5, I hope. Okay, maybe not in that scope. Maybe I have to do it in a different scope. Maybe I have to do it like this. Var x equals 5. Three, 5. Yeah. Sorry, it's not inside of a function because functions have a different this. That's right. Yeah, so if you enter inside of a scope and you reassign, or it's not like saying x equals 5. It's like you are declaring a new variable, but because this keyword is applying to the global namespace, then it's not doing that. But if you do let in here, and you say let, and your console.log inside of here, it'll say 3, 5, 3. 3, 5, 3. So the let keyword is a little bit safer because it's not changing stuff in the global namespace. Also, this introduces how you deal with paradigms and stuff like that. And if you're trying to do functions and stuff, I would recommend you deal... it's just good to use functional programming, which... this would just be, you don't do that because you're inside of a new scope. You used your scope variables, which is what let introduces. Okay. And then if you, for these, because you're not changing them, you're not reassigning them, I would say const. I has misspelled that, const. So const basically means I cannot reassign this to be something else. So I can't say favorite food equals salad. I can't do that because favorite food is a const. I cannot reassign it. However, you can reassign properties inside of that, which it is not a mutable variable, or sorry, it is not an immutable variable. If you want to really do that, you would use object.freeze, but that's just, this is where we're at right now. Okay, so you got const, and so this is why I get really uncomfortable with the var keyword, because of those scoped things, and it gets really confusing. I recommend you only use let and const. If something is dynamic, use let. If it's static, use const. That's it. Do not use var, because it makes things weird and no one likes it. But for some reason, they teach it in Code Academy. In my opinion, if it was me, I wouldn't do it. So anyway, we've already learned let. Let change me equals true. Okay, so now run that. Change me equals false. Console.log change me. Okay, we've already learned this and how let works. So you can reassign. You can still do this with var. You can reassign var just like you would before. But you just use let. Whoops. You just use let for that. And I completely forgot. You can also change types. So you can say, you can put that in quotes and run it. And so this is a string now. And now you have reassigned it to a Boolean. This is where TypeScript comes into play. You wouldn't be able to do this. So they would be, this would be, oh, hey, this is a string. You cannot reassign me to any other type or any other primitive or anything else. It will be confused. So this would be valid TypeScript, but this would not. All right, next. Const is something that cannot be reassigned. It's not that you can't, it's not immutable. It's that it cannot be reassigned. Okay. So create a constant variable named entree. Const entree equals enchiladas. Great. Run. Now I'm hungry. Log the value of entree to the console. Console.log entree. I hate how the coloring scheme is. That's really bothers me. So now if you try to do that, it'll give you an error. Okay. All right. Here's the thing that sucks with JavaScript is it gives you an exception. We will have to learn how these errors work and how to read these errors. But don't read this. This kind of is stupid. So this is where the file is that you have made the error. This is the line that you have made the error. So the error is on main.js, line 3, okay? And here's where the error is. You can read it. Entree equals tacos. There you go. Entree equals, oh, I also forgot a semicolon, whatever. And the type error is that it cannot assign to a constant variable. All of this crap is basically the stack. So this called this, which 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 called this. So this may seem like a bunch of unreadable good jargon, which you're right, it is. And that's where like Rust is real nice. But yeah, errors suck in JavaScript. They just are not helpful. I really wish they would fix that, but they can't. So anyway, that is it for variables. You have var, let, and const. Don't use var. Just don't do it because var is stupid. It just sucks. I hate it. Don't do it. All right. So variables.